Luna here, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Award. Last we left off, we just gone through the laboratory. We just went into the AB room to face Dio. And so, and Clover just asked us, what are you going to do? I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm gonna choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses ally and we choose Betray, then you'll have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can't guarantee he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is. Very much so. Finished. Give me a second. Where did my pencils disappear to? I have no idea. So I'll just have to use my other pencil I had and grab it later. Anyways.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing
buttons. Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No! Stop! This is bothering me. Whatever. I snatched her by the arm and hauled her backward with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry? Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die!
Yeah, probably, but sometimes the choice has got to be made.
Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face.
3, 2, 1.
I don't even get to see. I'm gonna Betray. What's been recorded? Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
And turned to face the polling machine. So.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates.
Yeah. We know about this. Clove and I walked out slowly of the AB game room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Oh, I also found my pencil and fell on the floor.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, alright? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too. It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah. Six of us here. Why would Kay and Alice choose betray?
Results from round 2 of the Please check.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Alright, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma? What are you talking about?
We found Eggbag Xelviar in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What? You mean he has it right now?
Nah, I don't have it. Well,
what?
I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No, don't! I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket and shattered it. And then threw it onto the ground.
No!
Weird.
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you chose an ally, this never would have happened.
And I would be dead.
You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
I had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward. Only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was 5.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping
Because
me?
this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't time
Look at the
for
number 9 door.
Hey, he was indeed standing in front of the door. What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly, we were all running toward Kay and the number 9 door. Yes. Of course he would open the door, just like he would. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
The number 9 will.
They'll remain open for me.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned.
Figures.
She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at Kay, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door. Just before it closed. Somehow nimbly moving, which is a weird thing to think about. The game's ended.
This thing has escaped.
If it's not possible, this is a bad end. Game over. save and continue onward. Return. There's more to it than that, so suppose since it is convenient, let's just choose ally. This starts. Yada yada yada. The door's closed. We talk about it for a bit. We're gonna betray. Clover tries to hit the buttons, but we manage to get past her. And 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna choose ally this time. This time I die, but at least hopefully we can save Clark. Clove and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the result screens.
Sigma!
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straighter, then kept walking. Results should be the same. Betray those two out. Betray now. He still betrays us in the end, but I'll survive, or not survive, but...
Results from round 2, please.
Yep. The bracelets, everyone's bracelet is changed.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my grounds. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. Didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrists, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Sorporel. I blinked and my vision started to blur. I tried to think. It felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to keep open my eyelids, it was like trying to lift a sheet of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. Damn it. I groaned with a Herculean effort, lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last... The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw my hand out in front of him. Give it back. Medicine.
Give it back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excalibur in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
After my promise, now you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excalibur. If he didn't, then I'll die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much as my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled a vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said Excalibur. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right, of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Clark will be alright. With that, last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
Guess this is it.
First is the Socoril, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the Tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Superlative was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring up at me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up into the very ends. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, had a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. Just had to think. Think. If there's a way out, I'll find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. So, how to beat... We're getting all the locks. So... Okay, save there. And... I guess... Don't have that lock yet. What's this one? So we can actually go to, proof it wasn't a murder. You can actually go here. Skip past all of the information we saw before. This talks about the diary entry again. Suddenly, I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What?
I can't believe it's not murder.
No, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart.
Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Yeah, she stabbed me in the heart with the scalpel, so... The lock does increase the flow. Okay. Wait, this one's now open. There isn't enough antiviral medication, which... Well...
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes, I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie!
It's not. It's
Then
true.
why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
Probably didn't have a reason.
What?
Been infected with Radical 6. That's what
But
killed
you
her.
just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth! Then prove it!
Damn.
Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There's a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Right, can you? I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. It was the journal. I turned it and handed it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped a small book open. When she looked up back at me, it was both in suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is full of words I've never...
Okay, page 216. Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Eyes frowned deepened, but she did as I suggested. Watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
Just knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself and Lan, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Right, yeah, and obviously we already knew this.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft flap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tomoyoshi, and now this journal entry. There's no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic has already happened. All of the Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Only 10 minutes left. Which heck? So...
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it in his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stepped up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'll end up stuck in the alien room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once you picked up Clark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Quark, you're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tomiyoshi's entire body shook with emotions as he drew closer to him. Cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed to be corporeal, Tomoyoshi let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong?
Aww.
Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tomoyoshi didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. I could see tears trickling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tomoyoshi deserved a few minutes, so I left them alone. At last, Tomoyoshi seemed to recover and shifted an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kinda silly.
Gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tamiyoshi didn't want to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we got about 4 minutes until the primary door is open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Off we go. To see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Do 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 do. And the doors unlock. Yeah, I'll go through.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held up a warning finger up to my lips. There was a few momentary raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have been especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which
All
door?
of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
And Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain.
Yeah.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
Moving, God, make a way forward.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Guys, no time
Right
to
behind.
waste.
Let's go.
2, 1.
Yeah, we already
0.
know everyone's gotta hurry to the things.
Chromatic doors closing.
To ask about Alice. And so we're over here, and our room is immediately here. So we're actually going to go into the This is interesting.
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
This might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. With that, I'm going to save this episode here, since it has gone pretty long already. So I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path wherever it might lead you into the future. Bye bye, everybody.